Ever wondered why some people thrive in their careers while others merely survive? What if I told you that the secret lies in one crucial step taken long before their first job interview? Have you ever sat with your child watching them overwhelmed by the endless career options in front of them? It's like standing at the base of a mountain, staring up at the 1,000 different paths, unsure which one to take. You know that sinking feeling in your gut, the one that whispers, I want to help, but how do I even start? I have been there, and believe me, it's not easy. Every parent who's faced this, whether it's the uncertainty of picking the right stream or worrying about their future, has felt the same sense of stress and helplessness. It's not just your child who feels lost as a parent. You too feel like you are on the same boat, trying to steer them without a map. But here's the good news. You don't have to go through this alone, and you don't have to leave them to figure it all out by themselves either. There's hope, and that's what I want to share with you today. I've helped many families navigate through this confusing maze, and it's all comes down to one thing: eliminating that chaos. It's entirely possible, and it starts with making things clear. Welcome back to Career Crafting Conversation. I'm Preethi Durga, and I have spent a last few years helping students and their families break down the massive, overwhelming task of planning career into something simple and manageable. I understand the challenges you face as a parent. You want what's best for your child, and you want them to make a choice they are passionate about. But with so many career paths out there, it's like standing in front of one massive library and not knowing where to start reading. And here are the two good news to make you feel better. One, you are not alone. And two, the overwhelming feeling is completely normal. What might be tough is to see how, with the right tools and support, you can help your child move from feeling lost to feeling confident. It doesn't have to be complicated, and I promise it will make all the difference. Today, we are going to talk about how you can help your child take that first step towards clarity and confidence in their career planning, using a simple visual tool that's easy to understand and even easier to implement. No fancy jargons or no degrees required. Just a little bit of structure, and your child will have much more clearer picture of where they are headed. Ready to get started? Just last month, I worked with a client named Maria, who reminded me of where many students, including your child, might find themselves. Completely overwhelmed by the endless career options. Maria came to me feeling stuck with, juggling between brochures, websites, and advice from all directions. She was trying to figure out what felt right for her, but the process was confusing. At one point, she said, I don't know what to do. Everything looks good, but nothing feels like me. How many of you have heard this? I totally understood her frustration. And that's when we decided to try something different. We used a visual tool to break things down in a way that actually made sense to her. It wasn't about the career choices themselves anymore. It was about understanding her personal strengths, passions, and what kind of work environment she would thrive in. After just one session, Maria felt like a huge weight had been lifted off her shoulders. She could see exactly where her interest fits. It was like watching someone walk out of a fog and into the sunlight. That visual tool, simple, straightforward, and tailored to her need, helped her clarify her thoughts and narrow down her career options to just a handful that she felt truly connected to. What's incredible is that this tool doesn't require you to be a career expert, or it doesn't use any fancy softwares. I'll share exactly how it works with you so you can do the same for your child. Stick with me here. I promise it will make all the difference for both of you. Now let's talk about why this matters. I'm sure you're thinking, okay, this sounds good, but why should I care so much about the visual tool? Well, did you know that nearly half of all college students report feeling completely overwhelmed by too much information? According to a study, 29 to 46% of college students experience something called as information overload. Can you imagine how much harder it is for high schoolers who are just beginning to think about their future careers? For most students, the thought of making the wrong choice can lead to feelings of anxiety and paralysis. They know that one wrong move could take them down a path they don't want to follow, but they don't know how to even start making the right choice. That's where you as a parent come in. You can provide the guidance and structure they need to make a decision. But it's not always easy to know how to do that, right? The process is stressful and it affects everyone involved, from your child to you. Stay with me for a moment because I am about to show you how simple visual tools can make a huge difference in your child's career journey. These tools have already helped so many students, just like Maria, who felt lost in a sea of career options. Maria was overwhelmed and unsure of where to even begin. But with the methods we introduced, she discovered her true calling, and it was easier than she ever imagined. The beauty of these tools lies in their simplicity and accessibility. They are designed to be user-friendly, so you don't need to worry about prior experience or any technical know-hows. Whether you are a tech expert or someone who prefers pen and paper, these tools will fit you right in your comfort zone. They'll help you and your child approach career decisions with clarity and confidence. Let's talk about something so many parents and students struggle with: the overwhelming number of career options out there. It's like standing at a crossroad with countless paths ahead. One student shared with me, I feel like I'm supposed to make the most important decision of my life, but I don't even know where to begin. I'm sure many of you have heard similar sentiments from your own children, and I know how heart-wrenching it can be to watch them feel so lost. That's exactly why I'm here to help you cut through the chaos and find clarity. Let's break this down together. Does it ever feel like there's too much of information? Between endless websites, brochures, and unsolicited advice from friends and family, it can feel like you are buried under a mountain of data. And instead of making things clearer, it just makes the process even more overwhelming. The challenge isn't just having access to options, it's making sense of them. Here's another big one: decision paralysis. The fear of making wrong choice can stop students in their tracks. They might feel hesitant, unsure of how to compare different career paths to evaluate what actually aligns with their strengths and passion. And as a parent, you might feel just as insecure about how to guide them. It's a tough spot to be in, but it's not impossible to navigate. Let's be honest. This isn't just about picking a career. For parents, there's an even deeper worry. what if they regret their choice later on? It's natural to want your child to choose a path they'll find fulfilling, stable, and exciting. The thought of them feeling stuck or unhappy in the future can weigh heavily on you, adding even more pressure to this process. Here's the good news. You don't have to do this alone. What most families truly need is a way to simplify and organize all this information. A structured approach can take the weight off your shoulders, making it easier to see what's important and how to move forward. That's where we come in. To move the tools, overwhelmed by the sheer number of career options available to her. She didn't know where to start and was stuck scrolling through endless internet tabs and flipping through brochures, hoping for clarity. That's when she reached out to us and we introduced her to our vision mapping journey at Next Moves. And together we began working on a plan to make sense of it all. Our journey with Maria began with some simple yet powerful, a conversation. We sat down and talked to her about her interests, passions, and long-term goals. What truly excited her? What could she see herself doing for years to come? These weren't easy questions for Maria at first, but with some guidance, she began to articulate what she enjoyed and envisioned for her future. This conversation was a game changer. It gave Maria clarity and direction, turning an overwhelming situation into manageable first steps. Once Maria had some clarity about her interests, it was time to tackle the confusion head on. I introduced her to the career comparison chart, a simple but incredibly effective tool designed to organize and compare career options. Together, we decided to focus on a manageable subset of careers that aligned with her passion for both arts and science. By narrowing down the option, we reduced the overwhelm and gave her a starting point. The chart wasn't just a tool. It was a roadmap that helped Maria take the next step with confidence. The next step was to start gathering information and filling out the career comparison chart. To make it less daunting, I guided Maria and her family through this process. We identified 5 career options that aligned with her interests: architecture, biomedical art and visualization, digital media arts, marketing analysis, and environmental science. Over the course of a week, Maria and her family worked together to research these options based on the guidance given. They gathered details on important aspects that we had asked them to search, for example, educational requirements, potential earnings at both starting and mid-career and higher levels, job market growth, required skills, and typical work environment. This wasn't just about ticking boxes on a chart. It was about making sense of all the information that had been overwhelming her. The structured approach helped Maria break down the process into smaller, manageable steps. By the end of the week, she and her family had a clear, comprehensive view of all her options. She was able to see and compare all the 5 options that she had selected side by side. Once the chart was complete, we moved on to the next step, making sense of the data. During our coaching session, I helped Maria visually compare her options using the chart. To make things even clearer, we used color coding, like green for careers that matched her interests, or actually the aspects of a career that matched her interests. Yellow for moderate alignment and red for weaker alignment. This visual aid was incredibly helpful. Suddenly, the data wasn't just numbers and facts. It told a story about which path might be the most promising for Maria. With the chart in hand, Maria could now see her options more clearly than ever before. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, she was empowered to make choices. Together, we identified top two careers paths that stood out: graphic design and digital media arts. These careers not only aligned perfectly with her love for creativity, but also offered the job stability and practical opportunities she and her family valued. What once felt like an endless sea of options was now narrowed down to a focused and manageable decision. With everything laid out in front of her, Maria was finally ready to make her decision. The clarity and confidence she gained from using the chart were remarkable. After much thought, Maria chose to pursue a career in graphic design. This path combined her passion for arts with strong market demands, ensuring a future that was both fulfilling and practical. By the end of this process, Maria no longer felt paralyzed by her options. Instead, she felt excited and ready to take the first steps towards her dream career. The tools and guidance we provided didn't just help her make a decision, they gave her the confidence to embrace her future with open arms. Alright, now I want you to take a moment to imagine your child's future just like Maria's. So, can I ask you to settle down in a comfortable position? Close your eyes so that I can guide you through this. Take a deep breath. Picture this. Your child wakes up every morning excited about their day because they are on a path that feels right. See, they have chosen a career that fits them perfectly, not by chance, but because they had the tools to explore and discover what works best for them. They are at their workplace, thriving in an environment that energizes them. Feel it. Whether it's bustling with activity or calm and focus, they feel confident and happy knowing they were there all along. They are not just working, they are loving what they do. How it feels to see them this way. To know that you played a crucial role in their journey, you were there to support them, to listen, and to guide them through the sometimes overwhelming process of choosing a direction. Every conversation, every bit of research, every moment spent exploring options, it all added up to this moment. How proud you feel knowing you helped them reach this point. You gave them the gift of clarity and confidence. And now they are on their way, excited for what lies ahead. Now slowly bring yourself back into the moment, carry those feelings, and open your eyes. And join me on this journey to make this happen. This future is possible. It starts with taking the right steps today. Together, we can turn this vision into reality. So, what's next? It's time to take the first step forward. Helping your child create the future they love. They have got something to make it super easy for you. You know, I get a deep sense of satisfaction when you feel delighted. So, our constant effort is to add more value, make it more easy for you. You get access to our Career Vision Navigator chart worth ₹199 totally free. This template will guide you to follow all the steps that we have spoken today. It is available as a free download and it's only the start. Stay connected with us for more valuable resources to help you and your child navigate their career journey with confidence and ease. Be sure to take advantage of the many benefits we'll share in the future. The tool you will download today is a simple, effective tool that can help you visualize and bring all the content that you have, all the information that you have very clearly called out. It will step by step guide you on how to make the decision and start moving in the right direction. Trust me, it's a game changer, so try it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button while you are here. We are sharing more tips and tools to help your child succeed every step of the way. Let's do this together. Let's turn career planning into a fun, empowering ritual. So, are you ready to say what I am going to say? And I want you to say it with full confidence. I create careers that don't just fit but truly fulfill me. Say it, feel it. I'm Preethi Durga and you have been listening to Career Crafting Conversations, where we help build futures filled with passion and purpose. Catch you in the next episode.